Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. How is everyone doing today? I just got back from having lunch with a lovely group of ladies. Uh, Usually from my church we have like a couple of ladies who have become widows, who have lost their husbands, and every so often they get together and have lunch um, or breakfast. Usually one of our deacon wives organizes that, and they asked me to come along. And you know, these are the ladies from my old church. I haven't seen them for a while, and I just have a good time. I love them so much. They have really embraced me when my daughter and I moved here a year ago. They really embraced us, and so I had a lovely time. It made me really think about how even though you're so busy, and we're all busy. Every single one of us is busy, but we need to stop and just take a break sometime and just to have a cup of coffee with someone, no matter how busy you are, because there's a lot of people out there that are lonely. Especially if you lost someone you love, whether it's your husband or a sister or a brother or whoever, your child. Um, your routine has been interrupted, and suddenly you don't know what to do with yourself. You become very lonely. Loneliness is a huge deal. So anyway, I was just thinking how, even though how busy we all are, and you know, I'm busy too. Everyone's busy, and it was really nice to just take that hour and a half, and just go hang out with someone. And we all have to eat. It doesn't have to be even food. You can have coffee, ice cream, or just invite a whole bunch of people. Your friends, and tell everyone to bring something. But anyway, had a really good time. Enjoyed myself. Always enjoyed the nice little drive there. But that's not why we're here today, to hear all about my life. Today is Movie and Stitch Day, you guys. It is the letter U. I really had a hard time with this one. Um, I did mention that I've watched so many movies. When my kids were little, we just watched movies. We have over 300, I think, 350 movies, and that we've. And I mean, once you watch a lot of movies, it's really hard to find movies sometimes that you haven't watched, and especially if it's like the letter U. So I had a really hard time finding it, and I really wanted something, you know, um, something solid, something good. So I ended up watching, you guys, the movie called Uncovered, and it was a really dark movie. Let me kind of read what it's about. Uncovered. It came out in 2019. It was 1 hour and 37 minutes, and it was a movie based in South Africa. So the only actor that I recognized there was the white actor Robert Hobbs. I've seen him before, but I couldn't. It was like one of those actors that I know I've seen you, but I could not remember his name. Otherwise, they were all South African actors. Hold on a second for a minute. Sorry about that. There's a group of children playing outside here, which is great because I love them. But this little boy Milo, he is such a dear. You know how some of those children they just have just love everyone, and he's such a darling, such a darling. Telling me all about his dentist visit this today. Sorry about that. So, but it was 1 hour and 37 minutes, and it is based in South Africa, and it was a really dark movie, and it was just so full of corruption. Um, I think we all kind of tend to forget because we live in a free country, and even though we complain about this country sometimes, I mean, like you guys, we have it made, and there's a lot of countries out there that are just so full of corruption. They don't have the freedoms. They don't enjoy the freedoms that you and I do. And this movie was like that. It was totally it. Actually, the very first scene is where these two sisters, their children, and they see their parents blown up, the car blown up and all. And it was actually because later down in the story you kind of find out that their parents uncovered a corruption in the government, and they ended up losing their life for it. But these sisters, one ended up growing up to become a protege in a mining company. And by saying a protege, but she was a corporate person. She was a business person, and this CEO of the mining company that was here, he was grooming her to take over the company. And her sister was on the other part of the spectrum, where she was the reporter. So here, her sister, the older sister, kind of grew in the wealth, and the younger one was down with the people. Because I'm not sure if you know, South Africa is just Africa in general. Um, a lot of the countries, and not just in Africa, but you see it in a lot of different countries, there's only really two classes. There's rich and there's poor. There's really no middle class there. So her sister was, going up the corporate ladder, and she was actually living in the richer lifestyle, and her younger sister, the reporter, was actually down with the the lower income families, and she was a reporter, and she uncovered the conspiracy, and all the corruption that was going on by this mining company and its CEO, who, by the way, you end up finding out was the same man that kind of ordered the hit on the parents of these girls. But as you're watching this movie, it's kind of, like I said, it's dark, and it just reminded me of just the corruption of people and corruption of, and you see a lot of it, and your heart goes out to these people because we live in a very free country, and even though we, like I said, we complain about it, there's other people out there who don't have that benefit. And so it does end up being, the movie ends where the corruption is, what's the word, uncovered. It's uncovered, it's known to the people revolt, and and the guy doesn't get away with it, basically. But the corruption just continues with somebody else, because that's just how it is, right? You get one guy down and another one starts. What I did love about the movie is that I've worked with many, many South African um, people, and they're beautiful people. They are absolutely loving, loving people. And they call everyone, if you're not familiar, if you haven't known many of them, um, they call everyone mama, and they call him sister. So as I'm watching this movie, they're calling each other, hey mama, come here, sister, sister, come here. And if you're not familiar with their terminology and how they do things, you think, why are they calling them sister or mama? They're not related. But that's just their form of endearment. When they greet each other, it's like, hey mama, how you doing? I worked with these beautiful Somalian ladies that have given me their captains from their country, and I wear them here. I do videos in them, and they call batis, and these are the long gowns that they wear, and I wear them on, and you guys always think I'm just wearing a shirt, but that's actually my bati from them. But anyway, it brought back a lot of memories because I knew quite a few of them in Chicago, and I just enjoy that. I enjoy that part of it. Although the other side is just so much corruption in the world. There really is. So, it seems like I have a glare over here, and I'm trying to... Okay, that's a little better. So yes, the movie, I would say it was a good 3.5 stars. I would say 3.5. I just didn't like all the corruption, was really bothering. I take things personal, you guys. So I really get involved in a movie. And I just cannot. Just like if you like that kind of stuff where it's drama and suspense and things like that, where you want to root for the other guy, this is the type of movie for you. I was just having, and then another thing, every time, I don't know why, but this is so true of life itself. Whenever they're is crime, and there's, you know, a woman involved where they capture the woman or they try to hurt the woman, they always want to rape her or molest her in some way. And it's just such a degrading thing like that, that it's just, ah, they just want to degrade us so badly. I don't, oh, that's just horrible to me. But anyway, that was my movie. I did learn, it did bring back a lot. And yeah, there's a lot going on in the world, you guys. A lot going on in the world. And I'm just glad of where I'm living. Even though sometimes, you know, when we have elections, everybody forgets that. I'm just saying that. Anyway, I did finish my mat. I was really pushing to finish this mat during this movie because when, like I said before, when it starts getting really long, it's just so hard for me to work with it. So this is my finished product. I roll it up and I tie it up, and I kind of you know, put it in my trunk. I'm going to undo it so you can see how it looked. And another one. I always like to start them because they're small enough to work then. But you see, I have it attached. And let me see if I can. Oh, you know what? I forgot that I still have the stitch marker on here, and I rolled it up. Oh, excuse me. So let's unroll it. Where's the stitch marker on here? I just left the stitch marker on. Good heavens. I can't even see it now. But that's not what you came here to see, right? You came here to see a mat, and I'm over here diddle-daddling. Oh. So let's see if I can get it for you guys. So it's pretty long. As you see, there's the, let me see if I can, it's multicolor, but it tends to have more darker. Every mat I've ever made has been a different color. It all looks different. So here you go. This is what it looks like. It's pretty long. I don't make them too long. I don't ever measure them. I'm trying to find that stitch marker here. I don't ever measure them. I don't do that. I feel people are all different sizes. And I know that a lot of groups would be like, you know, they make these. They're like, you know, a lot of you need to really measure everything. I don't. I'm like a cook. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I make so many stitches. Then I look at it and say, this looks about right. And that's what I do. So anyway, I'm going to roll it back up. It's going to go into my trunk. And usually if I see a homeless person by themselves, you know, I give them a mat. Otherwise, I'm going to see if I can find, there is a tent city here, supposedly, that I actually drove past it. Then maybe I can have them next to a mission, actually, if I can maybe pass it around there, or donate it to the mission when I'm done. But I need to fill it up first. I need to have quite a bit of it. I don't want to go with just a couple mats. So it's going to go in the trunk. This one's done, and on to the next one. So you guys, the movie is You Uncovered. Give it a try. Give one, you know, if that's what you like. Is a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of suspense in this, and it does come out good. But on the other hand, you know, I know how these things are. You know, nothing ever is as perfect. You know, so and there's a lot of times where you think that this is not going to end well. Throughout the whole movie, it's like, I don't know about this, because it's just continuous all the way down, and you think she's never going to get to the bottom of this. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, you all, and don't forget to, you know, call up and ask someone to have lunch with, or coffee, or just have a good time. Have a little mental health day. All right, have a great day. Bye bye.